What's next after the death of Queen Elizabeth? The Vice President of the Institute of the Study of the Crown in Canada, Nathan Tidridge, joins us with more now by phone. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about the Queen's impact on our country.
Well, I mean, her reign spans almost 50% of Canadian history since Confederation. She's been with us through all kinds of different events. Right off the top of my head, the proclamation of the Canadian flag, the Constitution Act of 1982. She opened the St. Lawrence River. She laid the cornerstone for the Canadian Museum for Human Rights. So there's all kinds of different events that she has been a part of in Canadian history as kind of that constant thread.
Also, a number of patronages. I know that she supervises in Hamilton the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders.
That's right. She's their Royal Colonel-in-Chief. Yes, absolutely.
And
I remember when she visited, I believe it was in 2002, the regiment.
When they had the changing of the colors there. So, I mean, she was there for the Commonwealth Games as well, and just so many integral parts of our country are based on her.
Yes, I mean, she is quite possibly the most recognizable person on Earth. She's certainly the most, her image is the most recorded image around when you consider all the currencies and things like that. She's just been this constant for the past 70 years.
And let's talk about what happens now with the funeral. How many delegations officially from Canada do you believe are going to be in London for the funeral as part of the official delegation for it?
I think certainly you'll have the Prime Minister and the Governor General. Quite possibly you may have some representatives of the different regiments, as well as organizations that the Queen is patron of. You may also have some delegations of Indigenous people as well, because of the treaty relationship. And the fact that Mary Simon is her representative, or I guess we say now the Crown's representative in Canada, not the Queen's representative. The King's representative.
Yes, King's representative now in Canada. Now, how long does it normally take? I know that when Princess Elizabeth became Queen Elizabeth, the ceremony there, it was several months after she became queen. So when do you think the coronation for King Charles will be?
I think there'll be a period of, well, there'll be the official period of mourning, but also too, I think there'll be a period in between now and a coronation. I think it'll be shorter than in 1952. I believe it was a year almost, or actually, sorry, more than a year, between the death of George VI and the Queen's coronation. I would expect a kind of a shorter period this time around, so possibly maybe next summer.
Okay. And Nathan, what about, you know, King Charles has had a great affinity for Canada as well. What do you think the role, will it be a larger role of his impact?
I hope so, but that's all dependent on the Canadian government. So the sovereign, and indeed when he was Prince of Wales, isn't able to visit Canada without an invitation by the Canadian government. And they really kind of control the schedule and length and who interacts with the sovereign. So with the most recent visit of the Prince of Wales, which was just, you know, a breakneck, less than 3-day visit, that was because of the itinerary that was put forward by the government. So I'm hoping that the government of Canada, you know, recognizes the importance of the Crown, and particularly regarding, you know, treaty relationships, and has the new king here, but for a longer period of time for some real meaningful engagement.
Okay, thanks for chatting with us this morning. Nathan Tidridge is the Vice President of the Institute of the Study of the Crown in Canada.
Thanks for having me.